Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Longhorns ready to kick it away first. From inside the 15, here's the return. Tackled and brought down at the 20. Yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Carr. Makes the grab on the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Hey, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and get a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That's a big mistake here early in this game, and I know how that feels for a quarterback. You're playing on the road, you want to come out in the first drive, you want to march it down the field, you want to throw a touchdown pass, but you got to be careful, and you can't be too greedy. I think he got a little bit ahead of himself on that last throw. Going to be really important he settles himself down.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. Touchdown Longhorns! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Smokey the Cannon not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified inside this Longhorn crowd.
Now, I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Play action, Carr. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Could be an alley. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive to get...
Caught! The short pass will come up just a tad short of the goal line.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They are having none of this running game down on the goal line.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. On the option. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game.
Oh, they blocked him. He's got a chance to take this one back. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
A give to Brown. Got enough for the first. All kinds of room to the right. To the house. Touchdown, Texas! He'll try to tack on one more. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Offense in an empty set. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Got him downfield. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw it again. Escapes the pressure going right. Got his man downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They opt to go for two to try to tie it up right now. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Coming out with it, it's Wingo. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking left. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on.
Makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And that's what the defense is supposed to do. Stretch the ball out, making sure that it doesn't go north and south, push it towards the sidelines, push it towards the sidelines. Eventually, the ball carrier ran out of space, had to run out of bounds.
To throw, Manning. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback making adjustments. Third down from the gun, Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. Finds a spot in the middle. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Hand off for Brown. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Moving out of the pocket. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. 4th down, Manning. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Gets rid of it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
That's a good example of a good pass rush affecting the quarterback's rhythm. He wasn't able to just take his steps and throw with his feet underneath him on balance. He was forced to move, forced to escape the pocket. Right away, everything fell apart with the accuracy and obviously not on the same page with his wideout.
Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Hauls it in. At the 40, there he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. C.J. Carr firing again. He's moving out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Still up by 5 after missing that chance to put a little padding on it, guys. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Might be changing the route. Manning. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man. It's Carr. He'll loft one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Manning. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Longhorn. And that one will put him up here in the second half. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Makes a catch. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Carr. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Defense playing a bail technique. Again, it's Carr. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here's a heat. Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. 10. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Texas.
And that's one the quarterback would love to have back. At this point of the game, it's tight on the scoreboard, and if that guy's not open, nothing's there. You got to throw that thing away, or you got to tuck it and run, take a sack, live to play another down. That's a decision the quarterback wishes he had back.
Yeah, because you're so frustrated because you're in a position to get points. And, right, when you start getting down there, Palmer, they talk to you all the time. Don't give away points. Make sure you're smart with the football. Don't try to do too much. He tries to do too much. He pays for it, and the defense takes it all the way back to the end zone.
Oh, and he missed it.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all.
And he's got it inside the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference.
Snags it, and he's open. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. They really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. He'll return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Makes it past the marker. Racing to the right. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown Longhorns!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. These corners going to give them some space. Here's Carr to throw. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. One more time, it's Brown. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. He might want another play. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Got the back over the middle. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times